Welcome back to BalaCore Fitness Show here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Ellen Como. We're talking about your journey to fitness. Now, the first half of the show, we talked about where are you? I've talked about all the journey of fitness, like all the different levels, all the different places that you can be. Are you the tortoise or are you the hare? I hope that you are choosing to be the tortoise. The slow and steady wins the race. We're forgetting that in fitness. We're becoming more of the hares, the yo-yo dieters. I need to do more. I need to get to the next level. I need to lose weight faster. I need to change my body faster. Every infomercial in the world. You do this for 6 weeks and I'm going to change your body. That's all the hare mentality. Now, we all know what happens in that story of the tortoise and the hare. Who finished? Who won the race? It was a tortoise, because a tortoise went nice and slow and kept moving towards the goal. And that is what you need to do in a journey to fitness. What I want you to do, let's say you've decided this is for you and I'm going to do this. You've never done it before, or maybe you've tried several times to become fit and you always seem to get derailed. You end up being the hare oversleeping under a tree somewhere. The first thing I want you to do is get a great support system. Is that support system the people that you meet at the same time in the gym every morning? Is that support system your trainer? Is that the support system in the people of the class that you take and attend every day at the same time? And that's also really important. I talked about that in the first hour. First half. I'm going to talk about that in the second half of the show right now, which would be right now, actually. When you have yourself into a routine, that routine, you're going to be much more successful in your road to fitness. People that kind of say, oh yeah, this week I'm going to work out. Now, especially, I'm going to give a caveat to that. If you're working out because of your change in your work schedule, I have some people that their work schedule changes. So there's sometimes that they come in the evenings, or sometimes they come in the mornings because they're working the graveyard shift and they're working day shift, and that might change. But even if that is you and your schedule tends to change for your work, it's also really important that whenever you are on that graveyard shift, you work out on the same time every day. Whenever you are working during the day, again, you work at the same time. So let's say workout, graveyard shift. You work all night and then you get off at 6 a.m. and you get to the gym at 6:30 before you go home and go to bed. 6:30 needs to be the time that you get to the gym every day. Now your schedule changes and you're working during the day and you don't get off till 6 at night, but you can't get to the gym till 7 p.m. because of traffic. 7 p.m. is the time while you're working during the day that you work out all the time. So I think I made that a little bit more clear. So stay on that routine. The more you're on your routine, the higher success rate you're going to have of being that tortoise in the fitness, on your journey to fitness. So that's very important. Now, what workout works for you? The workout that works for me was resistance training when I started. I loved it. The aerobic room, the high impact aerobic room that was packed to the gills, that didn't attract me. That didn't work for me. Now, we all have different bodies and we're all in different places of our lives. Are you in your 20s? If you're in your teens and your 20s, you can pretty much do about anything out there. In your 30s, I would say it's about the same. When you start getting into your 40s, that's when you're really going to need to look at the kinds of workout that you do. Some people absolutely love yoga. That is their thing. What I'm going to tell you, if you are into yoga, you keep it up because that's what you love. And then the cardio for yoga, what I've seen, the best complement to yoga is hiking. Those two things together, if you're a yoga lover, hiking, they go really well. If you're a resistance training girl like I am in the gym lifting the weight, which I absolutely love, the cardio for me is either going to be jump rope, indoor cycle. It used to be running, but this is for the ladies out there. For women over 40, running is a second ager behind smoking for our face. So as soon as I heard that at 40 years old, I stopped running. So not everybody might, but I did as soon as I heard that. And that's when I picked up my jump rope and I never looked back. I jump rope every day. I absolutely love it. It's my cardio of choice. But like I said, that's my cardio of choice. It's the cardio I enjoy. Maybe you are in your 50s and you absolutely love running. Keep running. It's what you love to do. Your cardio that you do should be the cardio that you love the most. I have someone here that I just was talking to yesterday and today. Cycle cycle is their cardio of choice. So that's where they need to stay, that they found their cardio. So as soon as you find the one that works within your lifestyle, the one that you love, that's what you stick with. So now we have resistance training, yoga, and then we have the whole Zumba dance craze. These women and men, can I tell you, they're just having a ball. They're moving around. There's just so much cardio going on. I've taken a couple Zumba classes, and I got to say, first of all, I'm thinking, gosh, I would love to be able to move like these people move. And I had a guy teacher, and I'm looking at the way that he's shaking his hiney, and I'm going, I wish I could shake my hiney like this guy is. He had the moves down. It is a blast. These women and men are having so much fun. I love it. That's a great cardio. But remember, if you're doing Zumba all the time, you're not doing any resistance training, you're missing out on a big opportunity to change some of your body parts and to get yourself strong. And you've got to keep your bones strong and your muscles strong as well. So Zumba is also a wonderful cardio, such a blast. And it is really good for every part of your body, actually, but you're just not lifting any weight. So you want to have some kind of resistance training with that. So there's anything you do, anything you pick out, make sure it's something you like. If you're in a gym and you're actually dreading every second of the workout, and you've been working out for a while, it takes 6 months to a year for you really to enjoy working out. Now, for me, it was a little different. I loved working out from the moment I lifted a weight. I'm not that kind of person that I kind of walk into a gym and go, oh, here I go, I have to walk into the gym. I walk in the gym, can't wait to get in the gym, can't wait to start working out. That's probably why I'm doing it for a living, and I get to be able to expose that passion with others. If I was truly somebody who sat there and said, well, I don't like working out, but I do it because this is what I do for a living, I'm probably not going to give the best classes, and I'm probably not going to be a very good motivator. I love to work out. I love to teach other people how to work out. I have a passion for this, and my passion I can't help but share with others. Now, I've actually taken a few of my members and my personal clients that have gone on. I trained one, I remember, I used to have my gym in my garage. They say the best things are made in the garage. That's where BalaCore was made, in the garage. And I had somebody that would show up for class 4 nights a week. They would show up religiously. They would walk in the door with so much joy. They loved everything that we did when we were working out. You could just see it, and it would just inspire everyone else in the room. I would have maybe 5 people working out at the same time, up to 6. I could fit up to 8. So sometimes I would have those 8 in there, and they would inspire every single person with their jubilance and their joy for working out. And they kept going on. Now, when they came to me, they started a little bit chubby. They weren't very fit. They didn't understand how to work out. They didn't even really know what a bicep was. And the bicep is in the arm, the muscle, the front of the arm. But they didn't know what a hamstring was. They didn't even really know what muscles were. They didn't even know what muscle they were working. But all they knew was they were having the best time in the world. And a couple of times I'd have to slow them down a little bit. Wait, I want you to know what you're working here. So I'd have to slow them down. But gosh, with just such a smile on their face. And they would look around the room, and they were just an inspiration to everyone. And as time went on, after about 2 years of working out with me, and finally they started to listen to everything I was telling them and learn and take it in, I looked at them one day and just said, have you ever thought, now they had a full-time job, they had a career, but I said, have you ever thought of doing some training on the side or actually teaching a class? Because you have a real gift for this. There are people that they had the passion for it. And you might be that person that is sitting there, that you're looking at fitness. You absolutely love it. You have such a great passion for it. You love to see bodies change. You love to walk in the door and inspire everyone around you. It could be something you want to do. Maybe that's your next level, is teaching other people how to get fit. So, and that's just one core group of people. Then there's those other people that need to be inspired. I had one member that I used to train, and bless her heart, it was very uncomfortable for her to work out. But do you know, she never, ever missed a workout with me. She showed up every time. She complained from the time she walked in the door till the time she walked out the door. But she did it. She was doing everything I told her to do. And then when it came to her nutrition and I started taking and changing her foods, there was real obstinance there. She was really unhappy with me. But do you know, she did it. She complained the whole entire time, but she did it. She did it, and she's doing fantastic today. Her body looks amazing. She's doing fantastic. Now she's on her own. She doesn't even come work with me anymore. She goes to the gym every day on her own, does all of her own nutrition, does her own meal prep, does all of it. So as she stayed with me for about, I think she's been with me for about 2 to 4 years, probably about 4 years. Why she stayed with me at that time, she complained that whole time, she learned that whole time. She's not probably someone that's going to go off and ever teach someone else how to get involved in fitness, but she made it. That was her fitness journey. So we all have our own journey in fitness and how we take on that journey. These are two different complete extremes. I understand that. But some people love working out, some people not so much. And the person that doesn't work out, that shows up every day and they're eating right and they're going through their fitness classes, or they're going through their workouts that they have planned with their trainer or with their fitness expert that they have hired, or they're out there on their own at the gym and they're doing it every day even though they don't want to be there. That is such a big commitment. And if you're one of those people, I commend you with everything. Because if you love it, it's easy, right? You can do it. But doing the things that you don't love, that you know you have to do, that's where courage, that's where integrity takes place. So I just want to applaud you if you're one of those people, and to keep it up. Make sure you're the tortoise, don't be the hare. Now, we've decided the nutrition part of it. We're getting so bombarded with so many different nutrition theories. Which one works? Which one doesn't? I get them all at my gym. People walk in the door every day with something, oh, I'm only plant-based because I can't eat animal protein. It's bad for you. Well, yeah, there's some animal protein that can be really bad for you. So there's some truth to that. And then I have someone else saying, I'm on a complete, just a nutrition where it's all about no carbs. Okay, we do need carbs for energy, but there are some bad carbs, so there is some truth to that too. And a lot of times I'll see there's a lot of truths in a lot of different nutrition programs. The one I recommend the most is the most balanced nutrition you can possibly get. One that puts your body into a fat burning mode at all times. So, and it's going to surprise you on the different foods that you can eat. Now, I also, for women from 40 to 58, those are the women I specialize in for Parlay Fit. Parlay Fit is parlaying your fitness through menopause, through all the phases of menopause. We do a lot of foods that are anti-inflammatory foods. If you see the list, which is actually on Parlay Fit on Facebook, there's so many wonderful foods you can have. Do you know if you're on an anti-inflammatory nutrition, you can have dark chocolate? And you can have 2 glasses of red wine. You can't have 3, but you can have 2. 6 ounces, by the way. I mean, someone might say, okay, wait a minute. I had 2 glasses and I find out they're both about like 19 ounces. That's not a good thing. But 2 glasses, 6 ounces apiece, 12 ounces of red wine is fine. A little bit, 1 or 2 squares of dark chocolate is great. There's so many things on an anti-inflammatory nutrition that you can do. I'm going to be making a salad. I'm having some people over tonight. And I'm going to make a salad. I'm going to take arugula and some lettuce along with some Brussels sprouts, and I'm going to have them shaved along with kale. That's going to be the bottom. And then I'm going to take some chicken, because chicken is an anti-inflammatory animal protein. I'm going to also use blueberries, which is anti-inflammatory, walnuts. The only inflammatory food in there that isn't terrible for you, or I should say inflammatory food, I'm going to have a little bit of goat cheese, just enough in there just to give it a little bit of texture. And then I'm going to put also cucumbers and mushrooms. And I'm going to toss it in olive oil, which is an anti-inflammatory, along with a blueberry balsamic. So that is what I'm going to serve. Think of how good and decadent that is. That's all anti-inflammatory foods. And you're going to get your protein, your carbs, you have a little bit of everything, along with the crunch from the walnut. So you can really build some amazing, amazing meals with anti-inflammatory foods. It's something that you should look at, because what goes on, have you ever seen someone where you look at them and they don't look fat, they don't look heavy, they look bloated, right? They look like they're filled with inflammation. And a lot of time, if you look at their nutrition, they're eating a lot of processed foods, which holds a lot of inflammation in it. And they're eating things that are taking their body and putting it in a inflammatory state. It's almost like the body's protecting itself from the food that you're putting inside your body. then if you start putting them and taking out these foods and replacing them with anti-inflammatory foods, the weight loss comes off so quickly. And it's not fat you're losing. A lot of that is bloat that you're losing from the inflammation. I had one of my members, she lost 11 pounds in 2.5 weeks, and she didn't need to lose that much. She wasn't that big to begin with, but she had that inflammation in her body. So is that fat that she lost? No, it wasn't all fat. A lot of that was inflammation. So that's something you want to look at. If you're struggling, look at your nutrition and go on and look at that list. And I just want to talk, we have a few more minutes. I want to tell everyone that fitness is a journey that everybody should be on, no matter how old you are. And if you're a mom and you have younger kids, let them see you work out. Let them know that you're working out. Talk to them about being healthy. Talk to them about being fit. Take them to the park and have them do some push-ups with you. It's always fun. They have fun doing it. We don't have PE like we used to in school, where they would actually be out there doing activities every single day. And also, get your kids involved in the food that you're eating, why you're eating that. Let them know why they shouldn't maybe be eating at a fast food restaurant. Give them a better choice. Instead of that, try this. Because the things they're putting in our food today, I was thinking about that when I was getting ready for the show. And I don't know why an Oreo just popped into my head, but Oreo did. And I was thinking about the last time I had an Oreo. The last time I had an Oreo cookie was probably about 4 years ago. And why? It had no flavor. It had no taste. So many of our younger children that are growing up with the food that we're buying, the chips, the cookies, the things that are in the aisles at the grocery stores, if you really take a bite out of it, it has no taste. But it's addicting because it's addicting to the kids. It has just so much, they're eating it. They don't even know why they're eating it anymore. It has addictive factors to it. Now, if you give your kids make them home make like a brownie for them with dark chocolate, and use, you can actually use real organic butter and things, and let them taste what it really tastes like with some berries on top, like a little tiny piece of brownie. Take some berries, chop them, put them on top so they get a little taste of the chocolate along with the berries. They're going to start to get a taste bud for healthier things. Let them be part of your healthy nutrition and teach them, even though they're 5, they're 6, they're 7, they're 8, talk to them about their nutrition in ways that they can understand it. Like, this is healthy. This is good for you. This is why mommy eats this. This is why I serve this to daddy. Try this. I know with my kids, that transition was a little bit later than most children, so they had a little bit harder of a time, because as my understanding of nutrition changed, so did the nutrition that I served to my family. But I always let them see me work out. When they were really small, I lived on a cul-de-sac, and I would put them on the front. I would put them in gosh, what do they call it? A playpen. And I'd put it on my front lawn, and I would run in circles around my cul-de-sac. And every time I'd run by, I'd high-five them, and they could see me, and I could see them the whole time. And they're out there with their toys, and every time I'd run by, they'd yell, "Mommy!" and I'd slap their hands, and I made fitness really fun. Well, they got to see that. They got to see their mom staying fit. They got to see that mom made time to work out. They got to see that they got to be part of that fitness with me. And then as they got older, a couple times when, I'd take them and we'd run around the cul-de-sac together, and then they get tired, then I would put them into their playpen, and then they would, put their hands out and wave at me again. So let your family, let your children be part of this whole journey with you, and don't make it a journey that you just go on to. Maybe your husband's not ready or your wife isn't ready yet. That's okay. Sometimes being an example is the best thing we can be. I'm going to be right back. This is Ellen Como on BalaCore Fitness, your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Welcome back to BalaCore Fitness Show here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Ellen Como. We've been talking about your journey to fitness. Where are you on your journey? Have you started your journey yet? If you haven't, I really, really encourage you to try and to start working on your journey to fitness. It's so important for all of us to have some sense of fitness in our lives. We have things that we can always do. Have you ever done that plus minus, where you have a decision you have to make, and there's a plus side and there's a minus side? And you kind of add it all up. Fitness is one of the only things, it's going to be all pluses and no minuses. Not many things in life you can say that about, right? But fitness is one of them. Fitness encompasses your workouts along with your nutrition. So start your fitness if that's the easiest thing. Now decide which way you want to start. Some people start with their nutrition first and then add the workouts. Other people start working out and change to the nutrition. I don't say just clump it together and do it all at once. Some people it works for. A lot of people it just gets too overwhelming. They don't know what to do. They're all in. They're trying so hard. They get frustrated. They get overwhelmed, and then they just kind of back off. Like I said, that's called the danger zone. And I don't want to see any of you going into the danger zone. I want you to have a clear understanding of your journey. Take all your expectations and throw them out the window. You can give yourself little tiny goals, and they should be little tiny, more than goals, just like little tiny hopes that you have along the way. Because if you're saying, I want to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks, and you don't lose those 5 pounds, the horrible thing about that is you're going to set yourself up for disappointment, and there should be no disappointments on your journey to fitness. What there should be is constant enjoyment. Well, I shouldn't say enjoyment, but constant positive thoughts, positive feedbacks, positive attitude on your journey to fitness. We don't need these negative things getting in the way of it. Let your children see you. It's so important to make this part of a family affair because you want your children. Don't you want your children to grow up more healthy than you did? I know I want mine to. I have the information that I can make my children more healthy than I am today, and I'm going to give that to them. That's a legacy that I can hand down to them, and that's a legacy that you can hand down to your children as well. So you adopt your journey to fitness, and then you're going to bring them right along with you. You're going to be their pathfinder for them to be fit and healthy longer than you are, healthier than you are, and have a great life. You want them all to have a great quality of life, don't you? I know I sure do. And I work with my children every day, talking to them about the health and benefits of fitness, trying to keep them exercising, trying to show them about healthy cooking and how can they prepare their own meals because now they're up and on their own. How do you prepare a meal that's healthy? You know, a lot of kids that are going to college and get out of college, they really don't know that. They don't know, I don't even know where to start. So the more information and the more we can share our journey to fitness with our children, the more we're going to set them up for success. Reach out to people, reach out to experts. You can call me at 661-312-3130, especially if you're a woman 40 to 58 years old and you're struggling through the phases of menopause. Are you having trouble with weight gain? Are you having trouble with your menopause? Are you having trouble with your workouts? What is your issue? Are you having trouble sleeping at night? Hot flashes? What is going on? I'm working with women 40 to 58 that are going through all these phases of menopause. It's called Parlay Fit. The workouts are going amazing. My women are changing. They are feeling so good about themselves. They have energy all day. And I'm really giving them my theory. My theory of exercise being mind on muscle theory is what I'm sharing with these women. Their nutrition, I'm putting them all on the nutrition that I have planned for just women 30, 58, and I should say 40 to 58 and beyond is what this time limit for women is. So you can reach me 661-312-3130, BalaCore Fitness Studio for our classes. You can go on to BalaCore.net. That is a piece of fitness equipment that I invented, but we do all sorts of things in the studio. There's cycle, there's kickboxing, there's cardio classes, boot camp classes, and then there's the mind on muscle classes with me. So you can look on BalaCore.net for the schedule of classes. And everyone go out, adopt just go to make it a decision that you make today. Please do this for yourself. Do it for your family. Do it for the people that you love. Do it for the people that love you back. Your journey to fitness should be your own journey, and share your journey with others, because as you share your journey, you're going to inspire others to follow you along as well. Well, I want to thank everyone for listening to me today. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Have a great day today. Have a happy, healthy, and fit day. This is Ellen Como on BalaCore Fitness, your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Bye-bye, everyone.